Andrew,
Leni Francis.
what's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
You know what? I'm gonna do something that I've been wanting to do and I haven't had a chance to do.
What?
What's up, bud? How you doing?
Good to see you.
Man, we get to shake hands in
Hey,
person.
welcome.
Usually we're like two screens and we're thousands of miles away.
We are in the same room.
Yes, in the same city.
And we have a sexy background.
That's crazy,
Look
right?
at these, look at these cameras.
Beautiful. This is some high production stuff.
I'm glad you spent $100,000 so that we could do this.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Well, somebody spent it, but
Sold all my Bitcoin to build a sweet studio.
it's awesome. So I'm really glad that we're here. We have never done it live. This is the first time we're doing it.
Right.
We'll get to why that is the case, right?
Yeah.
But for the time being, we got a bunch of things going on.
What's on the docket?
All right. So where do we want to begin? All right. I think everybody's probably been looking at the markets.
Always.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, but first of all, I just want to say, throwing out some love to our... Did I just hit the mic?
You're fine.
Maybe.
Doesn't-
But throwing out some love to our 70,000 followers.
Yeah, 71.
All right, maybe 71. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, just throwing some love out here. Anyway, but yeah, we've been seeing this,
Yeah.
and everybody's losing their mind,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of people.
A lot of people, not everyone. I don't think my mom really cares. At 92, she doesn't really care. Happy birthday to mom soon.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Mama Francis.
Exactly. She's turning 92. Anyway, but yeah, what are your thoughts?
I think it's kind of a wild time because not like you say everybody's losing their mind. I think like the OGs are losing their mind. Like
Really? You think so?
the people in crypto and even
You're talking like Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, Eminem. No, talking about like even just people that have been in the space for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Because cyclically, and we've
Right.
talked about the 4-year cycle before. We've talked about how just these things run, especially from the halving happens.
Right.
The next year is supposed to be the bull year.
Yeah.
And you can look at the charts. We've done it before. It's like 2013,
Right.
bull run. 2017, bull run. 2021, bull run. And it always starts in October. So 2025, right now it's November. Last October, even in our last episode, it was like 120s. And we're like, oh yeah, this is what happens.
Amazing.
This is just what it does. Get
Right.
ready for 200,000, right?
Right.
And it dropped off a cliff a little bit to $20,000, $25,000.
Well, I mean, I got here, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
I think at some point before I landed, it was like 99,900.
And a lot of people were just getting ready because the bull market's over. It's going to hit 80,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now here we are today. I think it's maybe 104.
Yeah.
Maybe?
It's just,
Something.
it does seem like 100 right now is like the floor,
Yeah.
which is great because, I mean, when was the last time it dropped to mid 70s, right? When was that? Was that spring?
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember.
And it was just kind of like, oh, this is just what it does.
Yeah.
And that's the deal. It's the timing of this should not be happening right now.
Right.
This should be like taking off. And so that's throwing everybody off. And it's like, hey, especially for those cycle watchers, the Bitcoin / crypto market, it's get ready for the bear market for the next 12 to 18 months.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what do you think? Is it bear season? If somebody's like in and out of crypto, should they be selling now and hunker down for like $60,000 Bitcoin? What do you think?
All right. So I got two things I'm thinking, okay? The first one is that before we started, just a few minutes, maybe an hour ago, we were talking about this.
Yeah.
And you shared with me the story about, you said like the OGs are, kind of just a little nervous here. But you talked about, hey, there's probably some guy out there who probably has had Bitcoin since 2009,
Right.
right? And I think you said,
There's a wallet that I saw on X this morning that has sold like $1.4 billion worth of Bitcoin.
yeah,
And this wallet, like literally the Bitcoin hadn't moved since like 2010.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think that that's so interesting. I wonder, and then I said, hey, there's that famous story of the guy who sold the pizza
Yeah.
for 10,000 Bitcoin,
Yeah.
right? Like way back.
Yeah.
First transaction, right? Imagine if it's that guy with the 10,000 Bitcoin
Sure.
who said, you know what? I'm like 50 years old now,
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting in my apartment.
Right.
I'm going to sell
Yeah.
my $1 billion worth of Bitcoin and I'm going to be a billionaire. Right? Like, imagine that's the guy.
It's not a bad deal.
That would be, what a full circle story, right? That would be so crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, but there's somebody out there who just became a billionaire. If they weren't before, they are today.
Yeah.
And then also, if it was you or I, we do the same thing.
If all of a sudden you could be a billionaire, like,
Who would do it?
I mean, there's the Bitcoin maxis are like, no, don't sell. Or
Yeah.
even if you think about it though, like if like everybody's been saying, let's say all of a sudden in 3 months it's 200,000.
Right.
Is that guy really like, oh crap, I wish I hadn't locked in those gains?
Right.
And he's like, I could have 2 billion. Like, you have $1 billion, you're probably gonna make it. So good for him. Like,
Right.
bought it when it was less than $1 a Bitcoin.
Right.
And now he's like locked in not only life-changing money for him, but for families to come. And
For
so,
sure.
hey, good job, man. Way to go.
Yeah. And for all of you out there who are like, I can't believe you just said that. I guarantee 80% of the people out there would do exactly what that person did.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got the other people who are like, oh, you hold it on forever. I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's you, but you're not the 80%.
And I think it's interesting, even right now, with all of this selling happening, that basically, like I said earlier, we're building a floor at $100,000.
Right.
So this guy that had bought it, maybe he bought it literally for like 10 cents a Bitcoin.
Right.
And he's like, I'm in. I'm good. I'll take my $1 billion and I'll go.
Right.
I'll buy the island and the yacht and everything, and I'm good to go. So he's selling, and he's selling to who? Well, it's going from basically retail to traditional finance.
Right.
It's going to the BlackRock's, Fidelity's, Strategies, all the companies that are now storing their wealth in Bitcoin. And so we're going from a floor of previously what he bought for cents to $100,000.
Right.
So when this happens again in the future, all the selling at this $100,000 level is actually really, really, really good.
Right.
Because it's like, hey, if it can't go lower than 100K, when it is at 200, or let's say it's 150 or whatever, then it's like, well, we know it's probably not going to go under 100K.
Right.
That's
After
kind of
all the selling, right?
the new floor.
Yeah. I love the fact, and I hope that people are paying attention. Whoever it was held it for 15 years.
Right?
He didn't, or she didn't sell at when it was 5,000, didn't sell it at 10,000, didn't sell it at 70,000.
Yeah.
That person held it for 15 years. And one of the things that we do know that is in the crypto world, people are in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah.
And you and I talk about long-term vision.
Long-term investing.
Long-term investing. So whoever that person is, they held it regardless of what they thought it was for 15 years, and they sold it at 100K.
And what's 15 years from now?
15 years from now is going to be 2040.
Crazy. And
Right.
think about, I mean, just for fun, Lenny Francis.
Fun. Let's do this for fun.
If today in 2025 Bitcoin is 100K,
Yeah.
what is it in 2040?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Well, if you listen to all the procrastinator is a person who doesn't do things on time.
prognosticator.
Prognosticator. So if you listen to all the people who are out there,
Yeah.
really smart people,
Yeah.
they talk about $1 million of Bitcoin.
Sure.
Right? I think Michael Saylor probably says $1 million.
Tons of people.
Right? And tons of people. I mean, might say $10 million, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you hold it for 15 years, and we've said throughout, get to 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And if you got to a Bitcoin today, say you were like, I take $100,000, I'm going to buy 1 Bitcoin today. And you held it for 15 years and it ended up being $1 million, you would say, this is the greatest investment that I've ever encountered. Greatest investment. And that's what happened to that person who bought it in 2010. They are now billionaires, and congratulations to them. And thank you for opening up. And hopefully we see it as opportunity
Yeah.
and not look at it as this is a terrible thing.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to 60. The second part of that question, well, actually, that was the main question.
Yeah.
And I didn't answer it.
Did you have a second thing?
No, well, I was going to answer your main question and say, hey, I don't think it's going to 60. I think we're at 100. And I do think that next year, let's have a view of the next 6 months.
Yeah.
I think the next 6 months, we're going to turn around, we're look at it, and I'm going to say $135,000.
I think
I like doing this.
I think in the spring we said it, and I think at the end of the year I said like 185 or something. So I'm off already, but in 6 months, I do think it's going to maybe solidify here for a while.
Sure.
6 months, I'll say 185 again.
185.
Yeah.
You're in for 185. I'm in for 135. 6 months, check us in April. And let's see where we're at.
To the bank.
Yeah, mid-April. Are you over there? I'm over there. Okay, mid-April. Anyway, so that's a good topic. I think, first of all, also, hey, great time to buy Bitcoin.
Great time.
That's, I think, the final thing I would say is great time to buy. Don't be scared. Keep buying.
Not big chart guys, but if you do look at a chart and understand it a little bit, like as we keep bumping against 100K and it keeps being bought up, that's a really, really good sign. That's why we talk about the 100K floor.
Right.
And it's setting itself right now. So.
Yep, stack your stats.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, so that was the one big thing that happened. And the second thing, right, just recently, maybe this past week.
Yeah.
I think it's like a week. We start some conversations, if you're following it on the internet and things, about the 50-year loan for mortgages. I thought that was kind of an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Never thought of it.
Yeah.
Well, it was not even a thought.
Right.
And then, of course, probably one of the great people in our world that gets us thinking about things that we never thought about. I think President Trump mentioned fifth, right? Like, of course, he's the one who's going to throw out something that is so provocative that people are like, oh my gosh, and now everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Right. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. And somebody might be like, well, this isn't a crypto or whatever. It really is, because ultimately we talk about like debasement trades and why we're in debt and all of those things.
Right.
So we're going from what used to be 15-year loan to 30-year loan. Now it's 50 years, maybe
50 people.
When we're talking about 2040, maybe we're literally talking about 100-year home loans that you like pass to your children and they pass. So.
Right.
But that's because they want what? Liquidity in the system. They want people buying and selling, et cetera, et cetera. And so what is this about? It goes back to, hey, the money's broken and it keeps getting worse. And so how can we pump money into a broken system? And it kind of makes me sad that the answer to broken money is just make it longer. Longer duration, so that you can literally just keep working and keep giving money to your mortgage every month to keep on the hamster wheel.
Right.
So, like, I think it's a negative. I think there could be positives, but do you see any positives?
You know what? I am not one of those people, because I remember when we bought our house many years ago, and by that point the standard was still 30-year mortgages. But I remember thinking to myself, I should actually get it to try to pay this off in 15 years.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, I want to get out of this sooner because I don't want to pay the bank all this interest.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to cost me more at the end of it.
Right.
I bought a $500,000 house. It's going to cost me exponentially, like, it's going to be some crazy number at the end of it, right? So it's like, I need to figure out how to shorten that. So I'd say I'll make an extra payment or whatever.
I remember doing that too.
Yeah, the extra payment, right? Thing was a thing. So at that time, the conversation was like, how do we pay it quicker? And now we're talking about the opposite. How do we extend it longer?
Right.
Right. And so if you look at, it's so funny how we've come to that place now. But if you listen what's out there, I think I saw somewhere where if you go into a 50-year mortgage and at a 6% and everything on a $500,000 house, I think that I saw somewhere where it said you'd end up paying like $500,000 on top just on interest.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I thought, man, that's crazy.
Really?
But when I listened to it, and these are a lot of really smart people, so I don't want to discount what they say, but they said, yeah, but listen, the positives of getting into a 50-year loan is that you would pay less monthly.
Yeah.
So therefore, it might be like $350 a month. per month that your payment is less. And then you could use that $350 to go invest. And then over the long term, over 50 years, you'll make like $20 million, right? If you know, like
I
something
think,
crazy.
was
right?
that Mark Moss? Mark Moss.
Maybe,
added a tech.
maybe.
Yeah,
It might have
anyways,
been,
that's
right?
it felt like that.
And so, listen, again, brilliant, brilliant people, right? However, I'm more of one of those people about the average person's tendencies.
Just a realist, right?
Yeah, I'm just really like, listen, like more than likely we're gonna do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Right. So
We're not gonna invest. We're gonna go out for dinner and
$350. You know, like
take your 6 kids. And
yeah. I think I saw
Cheesecake Factory.
exactly. I think that you know. I think I saw comments something like, if that were to happen, somebody would get themselves into a fancy car for $350 a month.
Oh yeah.
Right, and get it to it. All right, and so the likelihood of taking that $350 and every month investing it, like there's a small percentage of people who are that disciplined to do it.
Yeah.
The average person, I do not think will do that.
No.
So that's where I say, well, this whole mechanism, this whole thing, the strategy kind of falls.
Yeah.
Right. So again, it'll be for the 10% of people who are really that disciplined, but everybody else, they'll be out shopping,
Yeah.
they'll be buying like new sneakers and like doing all this. Hey, we have more discretionary spending now.
Paying less monthly. It's the old. You walk onto a car lot and they say, "How much do you want to spend monthly?"
Right.
Not like, "Hey, this is a $60,000 car."
Yeah.
Like it's just like, how long can you pay on this monthly $500, $600, $700 a month?
Yeah.
Is that okay with you? Great.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Listen, you know how many people I know that I talk to and I'm like, man, that's a beautiful car.
Mhm.
And I kind of know that they can't afford it.
I know.
Right? And then they go, yeah, no, it's okay. I took a 6-year loan on it instead of like, I remember my dad used to be like, listen, you want to try to get into like a 3-year. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
Pay cash or the shortest amount.
Shortest amount, right? But these people are like, listen, I took a 6-year because I really want this fancy car, but I'll be paying forever. And I'm like, that's probably not a great idea, right? So that's kind of where I fall on the 50-year, right? So if you're out there and you're thinking about it, I would say, man, think about your tendencies.
Yeah.
Because more often than not, you're going to fall back to your natural tendencies, and then you'll be stuck, right? So know yourself. That's the goal of this. That's the message.
And ultimately, it's just this broken system. And like I said, I wish we could fix the system.
Yeah.
So even like Trump is talking about sending $2,000 stimulus checks basically from tariff products or whatever it is. And like, I love the idea that we're going to have like a strategic Bitcoin reserve or crypto asset reserve. And like, why don't we just buy Bitcoin instead and wait 5 years and then fix the budget?
Yeah.
Because they're never going to do that. It's not popular to fix the budget.
Right.
But what we need to do is that. And instead, we'll pump more broken money into an even more broken system until it blows up.
Well, and that's because we all, and I will group me into this we all have this need for a quick fix.
Yeah, it's human tendency.
You know what feels really good? A $2,000 check.
It's true.
It does, like, you know?
I mean, you and I were just talking about that. If I can be like, hey, I have all these investments.
Yeah.
I have like even this Bitcoin.
Right.
And in our heads, if my checking account says small number, then I'm like, I'm poor. Even if I had like, let's say you had 20 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
If in my checking account it's like, oh, I have like $3,000 total to my name. I'm like, oh gosh.
Right.
If I had like $100,000, I'm like, what can I buy? Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, this car? It's too cheap for me. I need like a $90,000 car. And maybe that's just me, but it's that, again, that human sentiment of just naturally who we are.
Yeah. Which is funny because right after this, we're going to go watch shopping.
We're gonna go look at some watches.
Okay, well, sorry.
We're gonna be in Dubai and we're gonna go window shop a little bit.
Yeah, listen. And immediately when we were talking about $2,000 checks, I'm like, I wonder what kind of watch I get for $2,000. So see, this is where probably not the best too. But anyway, but yeah, this is kind of where I think everybody's at. So that's where I think with the 50-year mortgage. And it really is, as you said, sound money. Like, think about what you're doing with your money. Long-term investment. Remember, we've talked about generational wealth and kind of this long-term investment. Well, 50-year mortgage is long-term debt,
Yeah.
right? For most people. And that ends up being an albatross around your neck. So think about it.
Think about it.
Yep. So that was the second thing, right? And now finally, listen, I really, people are like, yeah, it just so happened that I was flying through Dubai, but there was a reason why
Yeah.
I flew through Dubai and came here and then we're together. It's just because we got some big stuff. And
Yeah.
we've talked about in previous episodes, like, hey, we got some things that we're working on
Yeah.
and we just want to share with you. You want to just kind of just talk a little bit?
Yeah, I'll take a stab at it.
Sure,
And then you
why not?
can. I think maybe a year ago, Lenny and I have been working on multiple things, and we always have an idea or project. And probably about a year ago, you and I started thinking, man, you know what people really need is to understanding and to be able to educate themselves. Like if people could learn about sound money principles, could learn how things like crypto works and blockchain rails and all of that, because how many times have you and I come across like wealthy slash successful people that are like, I just have no idea about crypto. I don't
Right.
get it. And how many times have you been like, oh, you should just like check out our channel from the beginning and you could just start to learn a little bit.
Right.
And so probably a year ago, you and I had a conversation. It was like, hey, what if we just started a company that was crypto-centric education, sound money principles? This is what Bitcoin is. This is what blockchain is. And then we could like just help people understand that. And then especially traditional finance type people that are already successful, probably not maybe even your common person, but more like, hey, I'm already successful in this one area. How can I become successful in the bridge into crypto? So you and I have come up with something. You can maybe talk more about that.
Yeah, and I just want to. So we started this company. It's called Five Talents Learning, and so we're going to be launching that soon, and the
Yeah.
content will be coming out. Hopefully, we're looking for January to
Yeah.
be kind of our launch, and it really walks people through. If you follow our episodes, that and it was literally taking someone who knows nothing
Yeah.
to where they felt comfortable being able to invest and speak and have conversations and in a room be confident,
Yeah.
right? That you know what you know and and it's good solid stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's kind of the journey that we were on when we started our podcast.
Yeah.
We did it for fun.
Yeah.
And now here we are almost 2 years later. We're launching this company. It's coming in January. We're excited to let you know that it's coming.
Yeah.
And we really hope that you will continue to walk with us and consider, subscribing and do whatever you want to do. But there's a lot of great content that's going to be there.
Yeah.
And tell your friends you are our original
Audience.
and we just wanted to tell you first before anybody else that that's what's coming.
Yeah, and I want to just encourage anyone, whatever you're like good at or enjoy. Oftentimes, there's a saying, knowledge is power.
Right.
And so if you can help teach somebody, hey, this has kind of changed. Like I'm better for it. I discovered blockchain, Bitcoin, et cetera, years and years ago, and then you did a few years later. I helped you walk you through some of these things. And I mean, if you think about it, Lenny and I started doing this, had our original conversation about crypto / Bitcoin and blockchain in 22, 23, we started the podcast.
Right.
And even like when we started recording this week, you said, man, if you could imagine back in 23 when we started the podcast to like the opportunity that we're looking at now and the companies that we're talking about with Five Talents Learning being a bridge into traditional finance.
Right.
Like it would blow your mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I've been pointing a lot of people to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Where the podcasts are. And the other day I sat and I watched
Yeah.
our first episode. And it was grainy. It was
Right.
somewhat like, where we started out.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of great information
Yeah, it's
in
true.
there. So like if you haven't seen it in a while, I go back and I watch it and share it with people and I say, listen, there's a lot of good stuff in there
Yeah.
that we talked about. And many of the things that we've talked about over the course of the last 2 years, I think that we were pretty solid on.
Yeah.
I think that there were things that we said was going to happen
Yeah.
and it did happen. So the fact that we were talking today about it hit 100,000,
Yeah.
I think we may have talked about that
Oh, for sure.
when it was like 19,000, right? Like, hey, get to 1 Bitcoin, right? So anybody who listened at that time and got to 1 Bitcoin at 19, they're at 104 today,
Yeah.
right? And so a lot of the things that we talked about were relevant. I think that, and our goal is always to help you. We want you to, honestly, I might not be the smartest guy in a room. But one thing I feel confident about is that when I walk into a room, I could have a really intelligent conversation
Yeah.
about this topic.
Totally.
And I think that in the coming years, in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, this is going to just become a part of our DNA, like the internet has become a part of our DNA, as smartphones have become part of our DNA. It will be something that our children, they don't even think about. They just operate and swim in that pool like it's not a big deal. They will be much more natural than we are. So our hope is that we continue to educate, we continue to help people grow and share so that you will also be that person in that room for somebody else.
Yeah. So Five Talents Learning is coming probably January, February of this next year. We'll be talking about it on the podcast.
Right.
Really a bridge for traditional finance people to understand Bitcoin, crypto, and blockchain. And even people like maybe in an older generation or people that just have no idea. It's something we're passionate about. Crypto and blockchain has been an incredible tool, especially in the journey of sound money and how to put into place the principles of that. We're really excited about it, and we feel like we have some information. Again, too many times people think they do need to be the smartest person in the room. And so we, maybe not the smartest, but we want to be educated enough where you can have a very good conversation about something like Bitcoin, blockchain, and crypto. And so we're excited to be a part of this company and give a window into you being able to be a part of that as well.
Yeah, and so we want to thank you. You've been a major part of our journey this far, and we look forward that you've been continuing to walk with us.
Yeah.
And we just have a great deal of love for all of you.
So the podcast, this is our first live episode. It's pretty fun. I think we'll probably do another one in February.
Yeah.
Lenny's coming in and out. And anything else?
No, I think we're good. I think that we accomplished in 2 years a lot more and more than we could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was just two guys hanging out and talking.
100%.
And so we look forward to what the next 2 years look like.
Hey, we'll see you when next week or two we'll do streams.
Say that, yeah. Unfortunately,
yeah,
we will not be together. Anyway.
Hardknock Crypto, we're out.
Okay.